Oh my goodness gracious. Forget everything that we just did.
Little surprise for you boys. Little surprise.
Little.
Big surprise.
This is a big surprise.
Big surprise.
Coach.
How we doing?
Back.
Wait, I've been waiting to say
Welcome
this
to
on
After
this.
Dark.
I've been waiting to say this on this show for a year. It's Miller time on After Dark.
We're back.
We're back. That's right. We're back, and we added Mack to the equation.
Yeah.
There we go.
Got rid of Arch. Hey, we got rid of Arch, and we got Mack in now.
Coach Mack, good to see you behind the microphone, man. How you enjoyed it?
I appreciate it, man. Congrats on a great win tonight.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It was a heck of a game. You know, I'm sure you guys followed or watched it. You know, it's I really mean it. Like Creighton, you know, their record says one thing, but I think if you look at their strength of schedule, the fact that
Kalkbrenner was out.
Yeah, Kalkbrenner's out, and he went out at a tough time. I think the next 8 weeks will really play it out that they'll be really a tough team. You know,
hard to defend.
No, man, it was as fast of a game I think as I've coached in. Really, I mean, the pace of play, and you know, both teams pushed the ball. You know, for a while there, it was just like whatever team I think can get a couple stops might end up winning. So I'm glad it was us.
I'll ask the first question since you two were surprised by his presence here tonight. I've said this, Sean. I think you guys have a chance to go deep in the tournament because you have something that very few teams have. 2 guards, veteran guards, who can put it on the floor. They can score from all 3 levels. They can make plays for themselves and for their teammates. I don't know another team. I'm not sure there's another team in the country that has that. And I know, you know, we were talking in Portland, and you were like, you know, I want Kobe to do more. I want him to be a little bit more assertive, more aggressive. Sule's been awesome. I think he's been the best transfer in the country. I really believe that.
Yeah, you know, it's about Sule. We were talking tonight, Chris. You know, he reminds me a lot of Tu Holloway. You know, if you think about how Tu, you know, at the end of games, how he just had the ability to not only make every free throw that he took, but make the big play. You know, Sule, you know, to this point is really, I mean, he's been a godsend for us, but like in that game tonight, he had 0 turnovers. And the fact he just had 0 turnovers in the game that fast, I think says a lot about his ability. But, you know, you say, well, he had 20-some points, 8 assists, and 0 turnovers. I mean, he's really been great. And, you know, I would say to talk to you a little bit about Kobe, you know, the two-way player. Sometimes we like to talk about that. And he's the ultimate example of that. He really can do it.
Made a huge defensive play down the stretch.
He did.
Huge.
Sean, you know, I didn't know who Sully Boom was. Has he always been a point guard?
No, as a matter of fact, I think that, you know, if there were any naysayers or people that would discourage us, it would be like, hey, he's more wired to be a 2 guard. But Chris, you know, as well as I do, like the game's changed so much. It's nice when the guards that you have on your team can score too. And, you know, whether it's the ability to shoot the 3-point shot or kind of create their own offense. And but, you know, Sule's a great kid, first and foremost. You could probably tell just how he interacts with people. And sometimes when you get that transfer and they're only going to be with you for a year, you don't really know how the chemistry is going to work. But he's really helped our chemistry because he's such a great kid.
Yeah. John, when we talked last week, we were talking about entering this league, and you had said it's better than I thought. And you thought highly of it coming in, but you had never faced Greg McDermott. This matchup tonight, like, what's your takeaway going up against him on the other side? And just the type of game that was in that matchup. It felt like chess all night. It felt like maybe the team that has the ball last is going to win this game.
Yeah, I mean, Greg McDermott, obviously, he's a heck of a coach, and they have some really, I mean, they're really difficult to defend. But to answer your question about the Big East, and Chris knows that he lived it, man, there's really no break. You know, there's no easy moment. Even the places you play, like, you know, playing at Carnesecca, playing St. John's is tough, man, right in the city there. And, they have a really unique style. And that's the other part. Like, you play that against that style, and then you play Villanova. That's a completely different style. And then we went from Villanova's style to Creighton. You're talking about three different types, right? So I think not only do you have, good coaches, good players and teams, programs, but I think the style of the Big East right now is it's spectacular. It really is. I mean, the next game we play is Marquette, and heck, you can make the argument that they may be better than any team we've played.
Hey, Coach, I know you're wired into your season Big East play. How's my team?
Yeah.
How's my team doing down in the Natty?
I'm in the Natty, so they're I'm rolling with the Bengals, Chris. I'm rolling.
Is this recorded, Fanta?
Yeah. No.
Is this recorded?
He's jumping off the Steelers wagon.
No, I'm not.
Oh, no.
I do have the right.
You just jumped, so you can use your terrible towel and wipe your ass with it. If you're jumping, a Steeler fan shouldn't be jumping around.
All right, wait. Before we
first of all, look, I can take coaching. You're correct. I am a Steelers diehard. I'm trying to give myself a little credibility in Cincinnati right now. The Bengals are hot. I got no play here, so you're right. I live and die with the Steelers, but I do respect Joe Burrow and the Bengals. And right now, Steelers are out of it, so I'm gonna cheer for the Bengals. I'll never cheer for the Browns.
Hey, Mack, how many years did you work for Sean?
5 years.
All right, give me your favorite.
5 short years.
Give me your favorite Sean story. Give me
God.
Something good. Give me something good here.
Miller, I can't go there, man.
I mean, first of all, wait.
No. Mack,
look at him.
I'm going to tell you, I didn't come on after dark for any of this, right? You're right. I'm trying to be a good guy here.
You know I'm smarter than that.
We're family.
You know I'm smarter than this. I'm getting something out of one of you two on each other. I mean,
yeah, look, I'm going to say it on a serious note. We had a great run, and then obviously Chris took over and had a great run himself. But in those 5 years, one of the things that was so awesome looking back on it is we were in the Atlantic 10 at a really cool time. I mean, John Chaney at Temple, Phil Martelli. I mean, you look at Delonte West and Jameer Nelson and those types of teams. And I mean, Fran Dunphy, he eventually came in, but like UMass, St. Bonaventure, it was a great conference for young coaches to grow and learn. And I look back on those days, with a lot of great memories.
Who's the toughest dude? You are known for your toughness, right? Who's the toughest dude you ever coached?
Player?
Yes, ever. Who's the one guy you want to go to? Like, you want to bring somebody down to Rucker Park. Who is it?
There's a guy here in town. His name's CJ Anderson.
I knew we
and yeah, I would pick him up right away. And then in case we needed a bigger guy, I'd bring Aiton with me from Arizona.
Yeah.
But CJ Anderson in his day, leadership, bigger the game, I think the better he was, and he really played to win. I mean, he could care less how many points he scored, and the other thing is he loved the game, Chris, didn't he? I mean, he just like even practice, like he valued competition, and
he was that kid that when the game was over, we won a big game. He would never look at the stat sheet, like he did not care, and I mean, like he didn't do it. Behind closed door, like he could care less. He just wanted to win.
Yeah.
All right.
We have a guy, we also recruited a guy, Jason Love, and, I coached him at the beginning, and Chris coached him for the rest of his career. I saw him at Villanova, by the way, Chris. He works for the Philadelphia 76ers. He's one of their player development coaches. Joel Embiid and him have their own special relationship, but just kind of watching what he's become. I know he worked for you at Louisville as well, but he's the all-time winningest player. And like when we recruited him, not a lot of fanfare. Another guy that, and I think that's the beauty of being at Xavier. Jeff and John, like you really can get some guys that just, they're about the team and they believe in the place, they haven't been lauded with great accolades since they've been young, and they love this place, and you can kind of coach them like that.
Before we let you go, want to make you aware of a couple of news items on the company front.
Yeah.
So Mack's contract at Field of 68, he gets paid in Applebee's gift cards.
Yeah.
And, a couple of weeks ago, I said to him, we were talking about Cincinnati, because he was around, and I said, you hit up the Precinct or Ruby's or, Montgomery Inn. And what'd you say to me?
Skyline.
Skyline's hard to beat. It really is. Yeah. Back in the day,
I can beat it with a lot of things. I can beat it with a lot of things down here in Charleston. A lot, like everything.
By the way, why are you in Charleston? I'm confused.
I'm never leaving from Boston. Why would, if you lived in Boston in the winter, where the hell would you rather be, Charleston or Boston?
Boston. I'd rather go to
Celtics. Are you out of your mind?
Go to Providence, UConn games on the week. I mean,
exactly.
Charleston, stop. Hey, have you looked? Charleston won today again. They got the longest winning streak in the country.
Yeah, I know Pat Kelsey. He's doing a great job.
You guys know Kels. All right, last question I have for you, Sean. In honor of the shirt that Mack is wearing right now, which character on Seinfeld is most like Chris Mack?
Miller might not be able to even name one character.
Come on, Seinfeld. Is that true? Nothing?
No, I mean,
he doesn't watch television. He only watches film.
Yeah.
Have you changed? All right, so I'll spare you of that one. But I do want, this is the other question I have for you. How much have you changed, Sean, in terms of the relentlessness that you coached with previously and how wired you were? Have you, because we talked about this a little bit last year about how you wanted to come back and be a little bit kinder, gentler, mellower Sean Miller.
Yeah.
Tonight I saw a little bit of a head tap. It was like a love head tap.
It was, just so you know, that was out of pure encouragement.
Yes, we could tell.
I didn't even realize
we got your back there. We got your back.
Thank you.
You don't have to explain it to us.
That's right. We know.
Be a press conference tomorrow at 2.
Yeah. I appreciate it. Goodman headbutted me at the Final Four last year, and Dowster broke my nose, and they didn't get fired. So you're fine.
But
seriously, look, as you get older, I mean, you get wiser. The year off was great for me. You try, I think you try to see things, and just generally speaking, you do see things maybe clearer. You just, when you're kind of away from it, you recognize maybe it's something. There's some things you why didn't I appreciate this more? And if I get the next opportunity, I'll be better at appreciating that more. But some of it is honestly me being on with you guys, when the game ends, being able to take a deep breath and not go to the next game, but really just take a deep breath to kind of say, you know what, tonight was great. We won a hard fought game, and take it all in. And then when you wake up tomorrow, maybe you do a better job of moving on. Perspective and, lessons learned.
Oh, this has been Miller time. Sean Miller.
Do you have a, are you gonna drink one for me?
Oh, I will. I wasn't
got a
prepared.
Blue Moon here for you.
He's got his beers on hand in Charleston.
Right,
but tell you what, Sunday in Cincinnati is a sports fan's dream at high noon Eastern time. Big broadcast TV. The game's on Fox. You guys are hosting Marquette, who's won 11 of 13. You've won 10 in a row. Then just after 8:00, the Bengals host the Ravens. So Sunday in Cincinnati is going to be a scene.
Mack, are you going to be at both?
I'm going to be in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, watching my girls play volleyball, but I will be at a Hooters or a Roosters or somewhere with my wife watching the Bengals.
You're not going to bring Christy to Hooters. Do not bring Christy to Hooters. Come on. Be a little classier than that.
A little classier than that. All right, I'll figure it out.
Roosters is better.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, they say Cincinnati's God's country. There you go. Sunday it'll definitely.
Who the hell said that?
A lot of people.
It is God's country. It's a place of faith. Hey, Sean, checks coming in the mail from Dowster and Goodman here.
That's right.
Hey, I always roll with you guys. You were with me when no one else was. So thank you. Forever.
Congrats, Sean. We'll see you later. Thanks,
Matt. Great seeing you, brother. Enjoy
right,
that sun. All right, see you guys. Go Steelers.